everyone, thanks for being here. My name is Jessica and I'm going to guide you through a shoulder release. So if you are having stiff shoulders or a lot of tension, we're going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana, and we will have longer holds in this one, and no vinyasas, no down dog. It's more a class on the restored side. And for a supported Supta Baddha Konasana, we use both of the blocks if you have blocks handy, otherwise take books, but you need at least this height, I would say, maybe even higher. And then for the legs in Baddha Konasana, you sit with soles of the feet are touching, and you may use a blanket or a towel to make it a bit more comfortable and more relaxing for the feet and the knees as well. So take the towel or the blanket over your feet and get it around your ankles. Get the seat a little bit closer towards your heels, sit nice and tall, elevate your spine, and then lower down. Maybe scooping your tail forward once again towards your heels. Come onto your elbows and forearms, and then you should find the first block below your shoulder blades. And then finding the second one for the back of your scalp. And then open the arms and see whether you can bring them down in a cactus or maybe alongside the body with a little bit of space. Just find out what works for you. And then you may close your eyes and have a couple deep breaths here. With each inhale, you feel the elevation and this rising sensation in your chest. And with the exhale, you allow the breath to leave and release again. Allow your shoulders, the back of your head, to sink down into the blocks. Feel yourself supported. Feel your pelvis, your hips deeply sinking down. The outer edges of your feet as well. And notice the support of your towel or blanket around your feet. And it should be an opening sensation for your knees and inner thighs. You should not hold your thighs or your legs. Just release. 2 more breaths here. See whether these breaths can be even in the length. And then bring your palms and fingers around your outer thighs and help your knees together. Take the towel or the blanket away from your feet and let these inner knees softly lean against one another. You probably feel the opening in your inner thighs and groins. And then roll away from your blocks. Roll over to one side. Bring the knees into your chest and see whether you can use the other palm to take the blocks away. Get your knees into your chest, round your spine like a little pack. And then come into an upright seat. And we're gonna roll up the mat for the next one, and then you sit down in front of this. And we're gonna lean down. Once again, scoop your tail forward. And you want your mat at the back side of your heart. And then slowly roll slightly over so the shoulders are completely rooted down into the floor, into the earth behind your mat. You bring your arms into a cactus shape and the elbows, you maybe have to wiggle a little. The elbows are just on top of your mat. You may keep your feet grounded or make them straight out. The inner knees are touching if the feet are on the floor, and your chin is coming into your throat. So you probably feel that your chest is rising. You feel your shoulders rooted down, and you feel the lengthening of your neck. Let's stay here for a couple breaths. Feel the length of in and exhales. Try to even this out. Couple more breaths here. And then ever so slowly to come out of this, take your upper arms onto the roll, scoop yourself slightly forward and come up into an upright seat. Turn around and lengthen the mat out again. And then next one will be Anahatasana. So we need the knees in a hip width distance at least. Maybe you need one block for your heart. The hips are right on top of your knees and you walk your palms out. And find out how much you can tilt your pelvis to take these sit bones up towards the ceiling. And release the head down in between upper arms, maybe holding this here or using a block or towel to support the forehead, or you lower down completely. The arms may be extended, the palms are wide open spread, or you lower your forearms down. If you keep your arms extended, it's a bit more intense, so find out what works for your shoulders. Wherever you are, try to roll the outer armpits down. So this means the inner armpits slightly moving towards your face. And this gives the sensation of rolling the shoulder blades slightly apart from one another. So the biceps are slightly lifting while you are rolling the triceps down and the outer shoulders down. Anahatasana means heart melting pose. So we try to lower down from the back of your heart towards the earth. Imagine that there is a hot stone on the backside of your heart, melting your heart down. Couple more breaths here. One more breath here. Stay for the exhale. And now you lift your head, lower the forearms down if you haven't done already, and find the Sphinx pose. So the pelvis is rooting down, the feet are pointing away from you. The forearms are pressing down to let the heart and chest rise. Feel your pubic bone rooting down into the earth and allow these shoulders to melt away from your ears. You may stay here. You may point the fingers towards the outer corners of your mat and lift slightly. You don't have to straighten the arms, maybe just halfway, whatever feels good. There should be no crunching sensation in your lower back. It should feel free and open, and the shoulders are gliding down your back. Whenever it's too much, lower down. And there is another option if you want to try this out. Bring the palms closer around your chest, and now the fingers are pointing away from you, and you try to lift here. And if you choose this version, let your head sink down. If you are in Sphinx or in seal pose, you can also bring the chin into your chest, around the neck. You should have the sensation of an elevation of your spine. No crunching, but elevate out of your pelvis up into your neck, and then feel your neck is curving with the heaviness of your heart. And slowly release. Bring the palms over one another and rest here for a deep breath. Pressing your navel down, having a big belly breath. Inhale. And with the exhale, flatten your belly. And then we are going towards the front of the shoulders. So we are stretching them. Maybe you have to go a little bit further to your left if you are close to a wall. So the right arm is stretched out in line with your shoulders. You use your left palm in front of you, in front of the face, and then you roll over onto the right side of your body, right hip, right inner shoulder. And you may keep the left leg on top of your right if this feels good. Or you may lift the leg and get it into your back. This is an option. Scoop the tail towards your heels. So there is no crunching sensation for your lumbar spine. You could also lift the left leg and bend the knee and step it behind. You can use your upper arm or the left palm behind your back. If it's easy, you could grab the right palm on the floor. See what works here for you. If you want more, you could bend both of your legs and roll all the way over. But be careful. Be careful and take it easy. For most of us are sitting too much and mostly working in front of us, so we are always bringing the shoulders forward, and this is quite an intense stretch. Last breath here. Long exhale. And then slowly come back, roll back onto your belly. And we go over towards the left side and take the stretch towards the left upper arm, left outer shoulder. So you are placing the left palm underneath the right. and lay flat onto your left upper arm. The right palm is stretched out, it's long and extended, and you may use a block or a towel for your face, for your heart. And either you take the left ear onto your support, onto the towel or blanket or block, or you turn the heart around and take the towel or the blanket just below your right temple, your right side of the face. Find out what works for you. And if you think you have to come a bit further into the stretch, you may use your toes, curl them under and slightly walk yourself a bit further into this releasing sensation, or the stretch might be a deep one. Ever so slowly come back. So take the right arm back, roll onto your right forearm. The left forearm is coming out as well. And you bring both palms over one another or use the block for support. And just find out about the difference between your two sides. Lift back up, and we take the right outer shoulder, the right upper arm. So we are moving the right one through, extend throughout the left, and find out how to place your face. Either on the right temple, or you turn the head around and find your left temple. Maybe you have to walk yourself a little bit further into the stretch. Find where it is comfortable. There should be no pain in a stretch like this. Find the edge where you feel that the body is able, just throughout your own weight, to release tension. Slowly come back into your center. And now we still have the left inner shoulder. So we stretch the left one out. Use the right palm for support. Roll onto your left side. Find out whether you need something for your heart. Whether you keep the legs stacked on top of each other or take the upper one behind, or bend the knee and step the foot completely into your back. Find out what makes sense here. Wherever you are in this position, make sure that the tail is pointing towards your heels, not arching into your lower back. Last breath here. And then roll yourself back onto your belly. Take the palms into a cactus shape. Take support for your forehead. And a big belly breath. One more like this, pumping the air into your belly. It's massaging your abdominal organs. And then bring the palms around your chest and come up into a tabletop position to find the seat from here. Using the block and coming into hero's pose. So the block is going in between your inner ankles to sit upright. Open the arms wide and get the right one over the left. Give yourself a hug. You may stay here, half eagle bind, or you come in the full eagle arms. Wrap the forearms around one another. Lift your elbows and release your shoulders down your back. Take your elbows over to your right and look over your left shoulder. And travel the elbows over and look over your right. Back to center. Unwind the arms and take it into the opposite. So give yourself a hug. And if this is enough for the arms, or you bring them into this eagle wrap and take them over to your left, look over your right shoulder. And into the opposite. And back to center. Unwind the arms and bring them behind. Interlace fingers behind your back, and first thing is that the left forefinger is on top. Rolling the shoulder blades together, sit nice and tall. And lift your arms away from your back. And then bend the elbows and bring the palms into your right outer hip. And then taking the right elbow into your back and the left ear towards your left shoulder. Slightly pressing your right shoulder down. And you probably feel it in your right shoulder as well as in your neck on the right. And slowly lift back up to center. Release the palms and change the grip within your fingers. So the right forefinger is on top. Again, rolling the shoulders closer together. Extend the arms away from your back. And then bend the elbows, take them over towards your left. Left elbow is pointing into your back. And let your right ear sink down towards your right shoulder. Feel the stretch. It's probably different compared to the other side. Slowly release and come back to center. Unwind the arms and find a supported downward facing dog. I'm going to use a block. You may use a block or block and towel or and blanket. This is for the forehead or for the line of your hair. So walk the knees away, curl the toes under and walk your palms out as much as you have to be able to bring the forehead, the line of your hair, onto your block. So it should feel like a very nice support for the heaviness of your head. If you have to shorten the support, please feel free. make the block lower or higher if you need more elevation. Find out what works. And then allow the heart to melt down into this support. So release the heaviness of the weight of your heart. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Have a little bend within your knees. The heels are not supposed to touch down, that's not important. And the bend within your knees makes it easier to straighten the spine and lift shoulders away from ears. Slowly release back down. Lower knees down. And turn around. Take the block with you. So we are coming into the Bandha. The feet are having hip width distance. And if you like, you roll down. Take the palms alongside your legs to gently roll down. Find your spine on the earth and then walk your feet in so you can easily touch the heels. And we are having a supported Bandhasana, so we use the block on the level which suits you. If you are pretty tall, you probably need more than one block. So the medium height is the position where you lift your hips and melt your sacrum. It's not your lower spine, it's the sacrum placed upon the block. And you are lengthening the arms alongside your body. If you think this is not enough for you, or if you are much taller than I am, you need probably the highest position, or you take a second block from underneath so that you feel the elevation. And the weight is gently sinking down into your shoulders. The palms stay open, or you may also interlace the fingers around this block to scoop the shoulders closer together. Find out what works for you. You should have the sensation or the idea that the sternum is lifting towards your chin with each inhale. So you are not trying to flatten the neck, the natural curve within your cervical spine. And you're not scooping the chin too far towards your chest. Slowly lift your hips a little bit higher to get the block out from underneath. And slowly, segment by segment, roll back down. The tailbone is the last one, the last bit, which is getting down onto the mat, and then you recreate the lumbar curve again. One knee at a time, bring them into your chest, squeeze them. And then open the knees towards your armpits, lengthen the spine, and then you may lift your chins and feet, flex the feet, and you may get hold of your ankles, your calves, your knee creases, whatever suits you, or you walk your arms in between your legs and get hold of the outer edges of your feet. Either one of these positions. The most important part is that you lengthen your spine. The tail is moving down, or the sacrum is moving back into the earth. The shoulders are melting down as well, and you try to scoop your chin into your throat, into your chest, to lengthen the neck out. Slowly release. Bring the knees closer together and hop your pelvis slightly over towards your right side. Bring the knees, bend the knees completely and let them fall over towards your left. Sometimes a block might be helpful to put underneath. And then you straighten out your left arm towards the left and take the right arm on top of your left. And then in slow motion, you start circling the right arm back. Over the line of your temple, you roll the head back onto the back of your skull. And at some point, you will feel that your right shoulder is melting down. You may stay there or roll the shoulder further down till the arm is maybe in line with your shoulder or even further down. The left palm may be on top of your right thigh, and you find out where you find the best place for your right shoulder to melt down back into the mat. The chin is again slightly tucked into your throat for an extension in your neck. Have a couple of solid breaths here. And feel both shoulder blades rooted firmly down. Release the grip on your thigh, and one leg at a time is lifting back into center, hopping the pelvis all the way over towards your left. Bring both knees over. If you use the block, please use it again here. The right arm is on the floor, the left one is coming on top, and then you start rolling the left arm in slow motion back into your left. Wherever you feel your left shoulder rooting down, you may stop or you may go further. Bending the elbows or going all the way down, pretty close to your hip. Wherever you keep the left arm, make sure that your left palm is reaching up, so the shoulder rotation is much easier to lay down. Couple breaths here. And now slowly, left leg is coming back, the right one is following. You're hopping your pelvis back into your center. Bring your knees into your chest. Lift your heart, bring the nose and in between your knees. And then slowly release. Step the feet down. Lay your spine completely down onto the earth. Scoop the shoulders underneath. Walk your feet out, and you may stay here in this resting pose by bringing the knees softly against one another. Or you straighten your legs out completely for shavasana, final resting pose. Close your eyes down, take a huge in-breath through your nose. Open the mouth to sigh it out. Allow the body to rest. Feel and notice the difference around your shoulders. Maybe a nice and warm sensation. Maybe you feel that you have been melting the tension away throughout your practice. You may stay here for as long as you have time. Stop the video. Or if you are going to find an upright seat with me, start moving within your fingers, stretch the arms overhead, lengthen the legs out if you haven't done. Stretch tall. And then bring your knees into your chest. A rock forward and back. Couple times. Before you come into an upright seat again, cross your legs in front of you. Bring the palms in prayer. Sit nice and tall. And then bend over your fingertips, giving thanks to yourself. Notice the difference you have been working for and have a smile for yourself. Lift your head back up. Re-blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me on this. Hope to see you back soon. Namaste.